because drug abuse in the country is increasing, and despite efforts done by authorities to eliminate the menace, a drug is noticeably accessible in markets, while other drugs like cannabis are grown in the country, becoming a concern to health activists. Police have promised to intensify efforts to crack down on lawbreakers in a bid to control the situation. Here's more details of that in this report.
Ismail Kwame Nkurunziza is a former drug addict. Kwame started abusing drugs in 2010 after his friends persuaded him. But after 4 months, his health started deteriorating, and that's when he got help from a rehabilitation center in Kampala. Kwame regrets his past actions.
I would lose the ability to think clearly. I would get easily irritated, the world around me starts spinning.
According to the 2019 Uganda police report, opioids and cannabis are the most abused drugs. The drugs can be easily accessed on the market, and cannabis is grown locally. Uganda Harm Reduction Network says the trend of smoking shisha is fashionable among Uganda's middle class and common at high-end pubs in the capital.
If you look at people who inject in the country, we have close estimate to 50,000, those who are injecting. But then those who are like smokers of marijuana, who sniff other drugs, the numbers are bigger. So I think we may have close over to 1 million or 2.
Activists attribute the rise in the problem to breakdown in families and peer influence.
Sometimes you find that most of these drug users are homeless. Sometimes they leave because of either the family factors, that they could not be accommodated at home, they had to leave. You find that now, to make the ends meet, they have to get into the drug for survive.
The National Mental Hospital at Butabika says 40% of admissions are related to drug abuse. In 2016, Uganda introduced tough laws to curb the vice. Any person found in possession of narcotics pays a fine of $3,000 or faces a 10-year jail term. But campaigners say this isn't enough. Offenders need rehabilitation to help them reform. Ugandan police say they are cracking down on offenders.
We have intensified operations there, such that wherever we come across the growing of this narcotic plant, we have them destroyed.
Local authorities say Uganda is a transit route for illicit drugs, mostly destined to South American countries. Last year, 2 Bolivian nationals were arrested with 200 pellets of cocaine. The 2019 report also indicates that 24 people were arrested trafficking 137 kilograms of heroin through the country's international airport. Authorities hope tightening security at the international airport will help stop the vice.
From the report there in Kampala, Uganda.